ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajak Stotra Sastri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nama Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपा गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। गंगा मई की जय। यमुना मई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे। All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Kids, nursing a prayer. भगवान की जय। लीला प्रभुपाद की जय। बेंसलम किड्स की जय। No, permission. Please. Sorry. I don't have to ask. My body doesn't. No, we are not there. Just introduction. Yes. Are we expecting some more?
Yes, Prabhu. It's 270.
Shall we wait for 2 minutes? So the invocation prayer. The Chaitanya Prabhu. You may not know the prayers. Yeah.
Next time.
I think everybody having phone.
On the phone.
Yeah.
It's called Jaya Radha Madhava.
Just Google it. It will come.
Okay, if you say
KK
Jaya
song.
Radha Madhava KK song,
Take this out, yeah.
for their head drummer. You play Mridanga, right?
Can everyone hear me?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
I need mic.
No.
Unless you want to lean on the wall, that's fine.
Only 4 lines.
Yeah, four
Okay,
nights.
only 4 lines.
Only 4 nights.
Yeah, I just said it.
Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Viha Jana Vallabha Girivara Thank you everyone for assembling this Friday session. Thanks to the host specifically, So Janivata, Yeshua Prabhu family, I've seen them being back.
Yeah.
When did you come back?
May 4th
Okay. You'll be here for a while?
until beginning of August.
Oh, nice. 2 months. We can have your association. Thank you. And,
Today is less crowded. Another 5 families. They went for a different program. Otherwise, it would have been a little more full.
that's fine. We have our
We started, right?
senior Vaishnavas, Makadia Prabhu, Chatterjee Prabhu, Sasa Chaitanya Prabhu. With your permission, can I speak something? So please correct me if I'm wrong. So we have newcomers. Let's customary. It's our customary to welcome newcomers. We're chanting 3 times Hari Bol. So we have
Vasul Prabhu and
Vasul Prabhu.
Apurva Mataji.
Apurva Mataji and
Medhaditya.
Medhaditya. Vasul Prabhu, Apurva Mataji and Medhaditya. Let's chant 3 times Hari Bol loudly.
Hari Bol.
Thank you very much for coming. So we have this program every Friday. Okay. So they are from Princeton. About 20-25 minutes. Huh? Yes.
So do you want to give just a 2-minute recap?
Yes. So we will be discussing that. We will go with recap. So time now is what? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. So until what time is it? Shall we go? Until 9. 9 is okay. Not today, right?
9 is okay.
Yeah, okay. So as you all know that, I mean, of course you don't know, but we started Srimad Bhagavatam series from last week onwards. So Bhagavatam, if you don't know, actually that's a Vedic scripture. So I'll come to that more details, but that's a series which will go on for a while, actually. Maybe years, I don't know. Okay, but it's a huge Vedic literature. Okay, so you heard Bhagavad Gita, right? Okay, so these higher studies of Bhagavad Gita. So next is Bhagavatam. Okay, so let's start that. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Oh, that's a thunderstorm. That's a thunderstorm.
Someone's car is.
Somebody's
Car.
Because of the sound.
Because of
normally
the.
Right.
Krishna.
I think Tesla is very sensitive to thunder.
It's very loud.
just before starting that.
It's Krishna's mercy.
Window.
So Srimad Bhagavatam, right? Many of you have heard about it. So we'll get more into details. In Naimisharanya, right? Last week, is the Shyam Prabhu, he gave a brief introduction about Srimad Bhagavatam. In this Kali Yuga, how it was spoken, how the disciplic succession, how it came to us, Srimad Bhagavatam. So basically it starts with, for us, it starts with the conversation in Naimisharanya. Naimisharanya is a place where this conversation happens. So when Kali Yuga starts, right, all these sages, they are very much worried because Kali Yuga started means all the Kali Yuga characteristics. Kali Yuga means Kalau. Kalau means always quarrel and hypocrisy. So those things are everywhere because of the present of Kali. So that's why all these sages who wanted the welfare of this human society, human being. So they went to Lord Brahma and they said, Lord, Kali Yuga started, and then people are going to get degraded here in this country because of the qualities of Kali. So you have to do something. Now there should be some solution for that. So Lord Brahma says, okay, I will give you a wheel called Wheel of Fortune. I call it Wheel of Fortune, but it's a wheel, a big wheel, huge wheel. Okay, he says, you ride on this wheel. There are 60,000 sages. They go to Brahma. Okay, so he says, all you sages ride on this wheel, and then wherever this wheel goes and stops, you'll find a solution there. Okay, so everybody will get onto the wheel. Okay, they sit on that wheel, and that goes all around, and finally it comes to Naimisharanya. Naimisharanya, it comes and it stops there. As soon as it stops, like how we unload stuff from the lorry, right, or truck, so they all get unloaded, all 60,000 sages. Suddenly that wheel goes down into the earth. Okay. When it goes down, then the water comes out. And that is called Chakratirtha. Even today it is there. Chakratirtha in Lucknow. Okay. So that pond is still there, Chakratirtha. That is where when the wheel goes down, the lake gets created. Then these 60,000 sages, they don't know, but Brahma said there's a solution here, correct? So they keep going around, doing all kinds of penances for thousands and thousands of years. Sahasra Samamahasataha. Okay, and the lead, Shaunaka Rishi is the leader. Okay, so they go to all. Then one fine day, by their fortunate Rishi, who Suta Goswami comes. They get in contact with Suta Goswami. Then Suta Goswami, they offer, even though Suta Goswami belongs to Shudra, according to the caste, but still, all the 60,000 sages, they get up and offer obeisances. Okay. Why? Because he was so resplendent, because he's a Bhagavat Premi, Suta Goswami. So that is why they offer obeisances. So this is how, now when you see any person, it is not based on caste, you have to respect them. It is based on the knowledge and the realization, not about the caste. Anybody can belong to anyone. Okay. So in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, one of the slokas, right? What is that sloka? Chaturvaranyam Maya Shrushtam. You know, I created this 4 varnas, Maya Shrushtam, based on what? Guna and karma. It is not based on you are born in a Brahmin family. Okay, father is Brahmin, automatically child is a Brahmin. Father is a doctor, automatically child cannot be a doctor. He has to get enrolled in university, pass through, get certification, then he is a doctor. Similarly, that based on Guna and karma. So here, Suta Goswami, even though he belongs to Shudra, then because of his knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam, is a Bhagavat Premi. Okay, every 60,000 sages, everyone offers obeisances. As soon as they see him, then they ask very important 6 important questions. So we'll go through that. I'm not going to the detail. Then as soon as they ask the question, then Suta Goswami begins speaking, right? Does he begin speaking? No, he doesn't begin speaking. This is where we have to learn something. Okay. As soon as somebody asks something, you cannot just open and say, oh, I know everything, just begin speaking, right? No. First and foremost thing, you should offer obeisances to your superior. This is what we learn. So who is the spiritual master for Suta Goswami? Sukadeva Goswami. So first and foremost, before answering their questions, offered his obeisances to Suta Goswami. Okay. So there are 2 slokas, very nice slokas he offered. We don't want to get into that, but Yam pravarjantam anupetum apeta krityam vaipayano virahakatarajuvat. He says that supreme person who went away from his mother's womb. As soon as he took birth, he went away. And that person whom Srila Vyasadeva went behind, oh Putra, 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 asking Putra, come back, right? For that person, I am offering my obeisances. Yam pravarjantam manupeta mupeta krityam dvaipayanu viraha katarajvaha. Putreti tanmatayatya taroho abhinetus. Yam sarva bhutam munimana. This is one of the slokas. But so he prays. He does two very important offerings to his spiritual master. And at the same time, because once you offer your to your spiritual master, he will speak through you. You don't speak. When you think you are the speaker, that means you have gone wrong. This is again told in Bhagavad Gita. What is that sloka? Anybody remember? If you think you are the doer, then you are doomed. You are not the doer. You are not the speaker. Yes. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasa. All you are influenced by all three gunas: mode of passion, ignorance, and goodness. Okay, when they act upon you, you behave accordingly. So when they suppose say I'm getting up early in the morning, so one day I'll be completely in the mode of goodness. So I'll be very sober, talk nicely to people, everything nicely. Hello, how are you doing? Someday I get up, I'm in passion mode. Okay, the mode of passion is dominating on mode of goodness and mode of ignorance. So getting up, it's what kind of life I'm leading? This is not nice, that is not correct. Early in the morning. So that day, mode of passion and mode of ignorance is acting upon you. So these three modes will be various. Someday this will be dominating, someday. Okay. So when these three modes act upon you, that is when you behave accordingly. Okay. That is what it says. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvasa. Ahankara vimudatma. But unfortunately, what? Because of our ahankara, because of our ego, right? We think ahankara vimudatma karta aham iti manyate. Manyate means I'm thinking. I'm thinking that I am the doer, right? So we are going to office. We get into the car. We go to the office. Are we the doer? We get into the car, right? That is my car. Are we the doer? Why not? So it is very sensitive. So even to act upon that, I need to go to the car. I have to walk, right? And this walking, legs, even though you desire to walk, but the legs to walk, move forward, that is controlled by demigods. Every part of our body is controlled by one or the other demigod. And those demigods, they work under the control of Krishna. So that means you are not the doer. Okay. So now you can lift hand easily, right? After 70, 80 years, can you lift the hand? Why can't? The same hand? Old age. So Krishna doesn't want you to lift the hand at that time. Right? Because of your karmic activities, whatever, there are many other reasons. But what I'm saying is, any activity you do, if you think you are the doer, you are doomed. So our consciousness should be in such a way that today I'm sitting here, now I am sitting in front of all of you, right? I am sitting because Krishna allowed me so that I can fold my legs, I can wave my hand, I can speak. Krishna gave me that potential, right? So that is why everything we have to offer it to Krishna. That we have to learn. Whatever happens, good, bad, ugly, whatever happens in our life, we have to offer it to Krishna. We cannot say good happened, it's because of me. I put my intelligence, so that's why I promoted in my office to manager position. No. And when bad things happen, then we'll blame Krishna. Hey Krishna, why did you do to me? Why you didn't ask me when good things happened to you? Why only bad things? So similarly. So this is our consciousness. Our consciousness should be in such a way that whatever happens in our life, good, bad, and ugly, we have to say it belongs to you. Then we are fearless. Okay. So that is when we offer our obeisances, like Shuddha Goswami did to his spiritual master before speaking anything, especially spiritual topics. If you speak, especially Bhagavatam, then this verse you have to recite. Okay, so he has recited, he has offered his obeisances, respectful obeisances to his spiritual master in 2 paragraphs, okay, which I discussed. Then he offers obeisances for another 5 people, very important. So please recite after, okay. Narayanam namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
naram chaiva narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
devim saraswatim vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
tato jayamudiraye.
Tato Jayamudiraye.
So here he is offering his respectful obeisances for 5 people. Okay, so this is again very important. Before reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, you have to tell this. Okay, Narayanam. Narayanam, you all know who is Narayanam, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. And Namaskritya. Namaskritya means offering obeisances. Okay, Narayana Namaskritya. Naram Chaiva. Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Naram means Naranarayana Rishi. Yeah, you know Naranarayana, right? So he offered Narayana, Naram Chaiva, because he is Narottama. Naram Chaiva is Narottama, so supermost of a human being. Okay. Devim Saraswati. Who is that? Saraswati Devi. Why Devim Saraswati? Saraswati Devi is goddess of knowledge, learning. Without her, your tongue cannot move. Your tongue cannot vibrate. You have to sit on your tongue to talk spiritual topics. Okay, not Prajalpa. Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. Who is that? It's Narayanam. Okay. Naranarayana Rishi. Saraswati Vyasam. Vyasam is Vyasadeva, who is the author of Srimad Bhagavatam. So you have to first offer obeisances for these people to get spiritual enlightenment. Only then you are eligible to talk. Okay. So if you are initiated in ISKCON, you are initiated. That is what we do. Before we speak, we offer obeisances to our spiritual master. Okay, whomever your spiritual master, or if you are aspiring, first offer obeisances, then talk subject matter. Because if you surrender to Krishna, as I said, Krishna will sit in you and then give you that intelligence so that you can talk. What he describes that in Bhagavad Gita again. What is that? Dadami buddhi yogam tam enama upayantite. To come to me, I will give you that knowledge. He also says another sloka, very nice sloka. He says, forgetfulness, memory, and intelligence. I give you that. Sarvasya, you know. Yeah. Matta smritir jnanam apohanam cha. So Krishna says, I am residing, I am sitting in everybody's heart. Okay, I give you that intelligence, forgetfulness, and knowledge, memory. Okay, without that you can't do anything. So this is very much in correlation with that prakriti kriyamani gunai karmani sarvasa. Because if Krishna doesn't give all these things, you can't even act. You don't even remember who you are. Now tomorrow, even if you may be a manager, but if you lose memory, if somebody takes you to and put you in the office where you were manager, you remember manager? No, you won't do anything. So that memory Krishna is giving. If we say, Krishna, we don't want to remember you, so that forgetfulness even Krishna gives. Whatever you desire, he'll give. So that is why we have to desire good. Okay. So once he offers obeisances to all these 5, he starts speaking. Okay. So this is our parampara. Our Gaudiya Vaishnava parampara is also, it's called the descending process. It first comes, the knowledge comes from Krishna, then Brahma, then Narada, it comes, because Narada Muni is a singer, so he cannot write scriptures. He is a perfect singer. So he says, "Tum epad vipali karo, tvam etad vipali karo." He says to Vyasadev with that Bhagavatam. So Vyasadev will elaborate it. Vyasa means vistar. Jo vistar karta hai. One who expands the scripture is called Vyasa. It's not a name. It's not a name. Okay. It's the position, Vyasa. Anybody can be Vyasa. Okay. For this Manvantara, the Vyasa's name is Krishna Dvaipayano Vyasa. Okay. So Vyasa can be every Manvantara, Vyasa will change. But for this Manvantara, Vaivasvata Manvantara, we are in Vaivasvata Manvantara. For this Manvantara, Vyasa is Krishna Dvaipayano Vyasa. So whatever Vyasa we are saying here is called Krishna Dvaipayano Vyasa. Okay. So after this, our descending process, I said, it comes from, okay, first sloka. Actually, we don't want to get into the Bhagavatam first sloka. I'm just giving you the brief. Okay. So when Lord Krishna, he gives knowledge to Lord Brahma, and he doesn't give knowledge through your eyes or ears. He gives straight away into the heart. That is a beauty. Another thing we have to very much underline it. Okay. Because once we hear through ears, it is not sure that it is going to our heart. If it is not going into our heart, we won't implement. It is just hearing that time pass. It's called pious entertainment. So we go to satsangs, right? Satsangs also, if your ears or your head, ears, intelligence, whatever, all these are not there in presence of satsang, then you will hear after this, go out of these four walls, it will go away. It won't go into the heart. If it doesn't go into the heart, then you don't implement it. That is the difference. If you don't implement it, then whatever time you spend is a waste. Okay. So it's wonderful sloka, and in Bhagavatam it's there. Dharma svanushtita pumsa vishwakshena katasuyaha no utpadayet yadi ratim shrama evai kevalam. Okay. So whatever activity you do through words, through mind, through your senses, if that cannot provoke you or give you a tinge of interest in knowing about Krishna, then all your activities are waste. Shama evai kevalam, he says. No utpadayet, na utpadayet. Utpadayet means which comes out, provoke. It cannot provoke you the interest in knowing about Krishna, then all your activities are waste. Right? So from tomorrow onwards, there's no cell phones then. So why no screen time? Right? That is not going to fetch you interest in Krishna, right? Does it? It is a way.
If you are looking at
If you're looking at Krishna,
If you are looking at Krishna.
We are seeing Vedabase.
Yes. So that is again very important. So whenever this should go into our consciousness, as I said, like how Krishna gave Brahma into the heart, that is when it stayed there, right? Tene Brahma Hridaya Adikavaye Mushyanti Yat Surayaha. That is first sloka. Okay, so we'll go over that. So the knowledge should go to the heart. Only then it will stay. If it is ear or mind, it won't. Okay, so make sure that. So very nice in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is there. You have heard about it. Before I get into that, I'll give you a brief differences why we need Srimad Bhagavatam. Right? We are all satisfied with Bhagavad Gita. When we say satisfied, what do you mean? Satisfied. So now we are stepping into Bhagavatam, right? So Bhagavad Gita, we know. Bhagavad Gita is how many slokas? 700. Very nice. Thank you. How many chapters? 18 chapters. So Bhagavad Gita gives you how to lead your life. Krishna clearly tells how to lead your life, and finally how to remember him. Okay, so that is our main objective in our life, right? Satatam Vishnu Smaranam Vismarstavya na Jachute. That means every time you remember me, never forget me. That is what. Okay, so that is Bhagavad Gita says that. Now finally, like Antakale Chamame was Paran Mukta Kalevera. So when you leave your body, you do this, and finally Sarma Dharman Parichatya Mame Karanam Bruja. Ham Swam Sarva Paptebhyo Mokchaicham Masucha. So he says everything in Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita, he says, surrender unto me. Yes. Manmana abhava madbhakto madhyagi mam namaskuru. So surrender unto me, surrender unto me. So that is why in second chapter, when Arjuna surrenders, then only he'll start. Otherwise, until then he didn't start. Right? He says, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. So he didn't say what is Dharma. What is exactly when he says Sarva Dharman Parityajya? Give up all your Dharma and surrender unto me. Right? So he didn't in detail say what is actually Dharma. Right? So what does it mean? So that is why, that is when we refer back to Bhagavatam. Okay, so we don't have detailed, because Krishna spoke to Arjuna in battlefield when Arjuna was completely disturbed. So it was a tension period. It was emergency period. So Krishna spoke very fast. How fast he spoke? 700 slokas.
1 day.
Yeah, some say 45, some say 1.5 hours. Even if you take 1.5 hours, the entire knowledge he put upon Arjuna, 75 or whatever, 1.5 hours, right? It was in emergency. Something might have gone into Arjuna, something may not have. Okay. But now, when it comes to Bhagavatam, we are not in emergency. Okay, we have a lot of time, and the details, all the details, what Krishna said, everything, along with examples. Because we always need example, right? So I came to America. Okay. I didn't come just like that to America. So did you come to America just like that? No. You saw somebody coming to America. You took that example, right? Oh, somebody came. So similarly, whatever Krishna explained in Bhagavad Gita, unless until we relate those things to some example, to realistic examples actually, okay, then it won't go into our mind. So that is what Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam gives you so many pastimes, so many stories about exemplary devotees who have exhibited those characteristics what Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. So then we can easily relate. Okay, oh, this is what it is. By seeing, because normally by seeing only we learn, right? Srila Prabhupada says there are 4 categories of people. Okay, one who learns just by seeing. Somebody is stealing, right? Somebody is stealing and police comes and catches him. So I saw, oh, stealing is a bad thing. I learned from just by seeing. And somebody sees and then he still did realize. He goes and steals. Then police comes and catches. Oh, if I steal, police catches me behind. Somebody sees, still does. So even after doing, he doesn't realize. So we all go by this chakshu. We have to see that. So that is what this Bhagavatam is, full of examples. Full of examples. You can see exactly what Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. All those things are mentioned in Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam is, that is why it is Amala Purana. Very, very important. Okay. It gives you the devotional love towards Lord Krishna. So that is what Bhagavatam is. And also the essence of Bhagavatam, last week Shyam Prabhu said, which is the essence of Bhagavatam, why we need to read Bhagavatam. Okay. So I'll just say the final one, okay, but there are more details with it. Do you remember what is the final verse of Bhagavatam?
He made us listen.
Yeah, he made you recite also. Nama Sankirtan. Yes, go ahead, Prabhu.
Nama Sankirtana, yes, sir.
Next.
Next.
Sarva Papa Pranashanam. Sarva Papa Pranashanam.
Pranama Dukha Samanam.
Yes.
Tam Namami Haripriya.
Very nice. So here he says that holy name, finally the holy name, it comes to holy name. The very first question what those sages asked, and the answer is in the last. And Parikshit Maharaj, whatever he has, what I have to do at the time of death, okay, what one has to do, and the answer is in the last verse. Nama Sankirtana. So the name, holy name, which destroys all your papas, whatever you have made. Yeah, that is the only solution in this Kali Yuga. Right? Kali Yuga is Nama Sankirtana. Kriteyo Dhyayato Vishnu, Tretayam Yajato Makai, Dwapare Paricharyayam, Kalotat Harikirtana. In this Kali Yuga, this is the only solution. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Chodashakanam Nam Kali Kalmashanashanam Nato Paratoro Payo Sarva Vedeshu Dushyasi. All the Vedas are saying this. Okay, this is in Kali Santarana Upanishad. Okay, this is Shodashakanam Nam, 16 syllables. Kali Kalmashanashanam. All the Kalmashas are destroyed if you chant this Mahamantra. So it's very important. And Bhagavatam says same thing. Nama Sankirtana Yasya. Okay. So this gives the conclusion of all the Vedas. This is conclusion of all the Vedas. And but Srimad Bhagavatam is none other than Krishna himself. None other than Krishna himself. If Krishna wants to manifest in the family of aquatics, who is that? Huh? Matsya. Matsya. Yes. If Krishna wants to appear in the family of aquatics, he will become Matsya avatar. If he wants to appear in the society of animals, no, Gajendra is not Krishna.
Varaha.
Yes. Varahadev. And then who is other? Half lion, half.
Narsimha.
That's basically not completely animal, but if he wants to appear in the family of dwarf, Vamanadev. If he wants to appear among the mountains,
Meru.
Govardhan. What? If he wants to appear in the form of wood, deities. Yeah, deities. If he wants to appear in the form of water, yes, Ganga, Yamuna, all those holy rivers. If he wants to appear among us, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or spiritual master. Spiritual master is considered as good as God. Spiritual master, Guru. Guru, you should know. Guru means what? Guru. Gu shabdasto andakaro, ru shabdasto nirodaka. Andakaro niroditvat iti guru abhidiyate. Guru. Okay. Gu means andakaro. What andakaro we have? We are this body. Basic andakar. Basic andakar is we are this body. I am the doer. Right? We discussed that. Gu shabdasto andakaro, ru shabdasto nirodaka. So one who takes away this andakar, the blind knowledge what we have that we are this body, that person is set free. That is our spiritual master. Spiritual master. Okay. So if he wants to, Krishna wants to appear among us, he'll come as Guru. Okay, the original Guru is Baldev. Okay. If he wants to come, the same Krishna, if he wants to come in the form of knowledge, in the form of book, and that book is Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so this is how Krishna comes. I think this Bhagavatam is none other than Krishna. Okay, there is a book Bhagavatam, there is a person Bhagavatam. So we also refer Bhagavatam as for a person, right? Like Srila Prabhupada, Bhagavat Premi, Bhagavatam. The book Bhagavatam and a person Bhagavatam. They are similar. They are same. There's no difference. Okay. This Bhagavatam, you have to understand this. Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam. Four syllables. Bhagavatam. Okay. So Bha means bhakti. This Bhagavatam gives you bhakti. Ga, Gyan. Very good. Gyan. Bhagava. Vairagya. He's already Vairagya. Vairagya. Bhagavata. Tha means Tattva Siddhanta. So this Bhagavatam gives you all these essence. It gives you bhakti. It gives you Gnan. It gives you Vairagya and Tattva Siddhanta. Four. So that is called Bhagavatam. The other scriptures, they don't give this. Other scriptures, if you take any other scripture, because this is the highest scripture. Like the author, he himself was not satisfied. After writing 17 Puranas, if that would have fetched these things, like Bhakti, Vairagya, Jnana, Tattva, if that would have given all these, then he would not have written the 18th Purana. Author, he himself was not satisfied. How we will be satisfied by reading all those scriptures? It makes no sense, right? So that is when he wrote. Narada Muni said, you didn't glorify Lord Krishna and his devotees. He wrote, complete Bhagavatam is full of glorification, right? So that gives you this. Other scriptures only discuss about dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Now it is also said dharma. It talks about. It only discusses dharma is actually meant for only the above part of our body. Dharma, when it comes, because dharma means what? Being very pious. So you have to use your intelligence. So it's mentioned. It's referred to as the upper part of the body. Dharma. Then when it comes to artha, it's the middle part of the body, because you have to work, you have to eat, okay, you need money. It refers to the middle part of the body. Then kama refers to the lower part of the body. And then moksha is out of the body. So all the other scriptures only discusses only these paradigms. Okay, only Srimad Bhagavatam gives you Ga,
Vairagya.
Ta, Bhagavatam. So it's very, very important. Okay? And what happens? What is the use? What is the use of reading this Bhagavatam? There are humongous umpteen benefit. Okay, we'll be discussing only some. Okay, so in this I always say that you have to be like a perfect businessman. What does a perfect businessman do? Without profit, you won't do anything. Every time you'll be watching. I spent 5 minutes unnecessarily. I lost $500. Right? Time is money. So we have to be exactly same, but we have to dovetail that to spirituality. That means now we are spending time, right? After half an hour, we eat prasadam, we'll go. So what is the use? Was it useful? We spent 1.5 or 2 hours in front of Krishna, sitting, listening, hearing. As I said, it should not be a hearing. It should go into your heart. But are we utilizing like that? We are spending so much time. Are we gaining any additional knowledge today because of this discussion? That is how we have to be. We have to be like a businessman. Any minute I spend, it should be useful. Otherwise, Shrama Eva Hi Kevalam. That's it. Everything is wasted. So he says in Bhagavatam, just by giving oral, oral reception. Just by giving oral reception, that means sound vibration. Oral reception. Okay, whenever somebody speaks here, that is oral reception. Okay. Oral reception to this Vedic literature. Which Vedic literature? Srimad Bhagavatam, the feeling of loving devotional service to Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, sprouts up at once. Sprouts at once. Right? And does what? To extinguish the fire of lamentation, illusion, and fearfulness. Yasyaham vai suryamananam Krishne Paramapurushe. Okay, Shruyamanana means the oral reception. Yasyaham, this Vedic literature. You know, why? Why means certainly, if you give your ears to hear about Srimad Bhagavatam, then who is that? Krishna Paramapurushe. To know about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, if you give your ears completely, Bhaktir Utpatate Pumsa means the devotional service will sprout in you. What will happen if the devotional service sprouts in me? What is the effect of it? No, he says in the same sloka. Shoka moha bhayapaha. Okay, that means shoka. Shoka means what? Lamentation. Every day we lament. Okay, we lament what we don't have. We are not happy with what we have. We lament what we don't have. Correct? Agree, everyone? Yes. This is lamentation. Shoka moha. Moha means illusion. Moha. We are always in illusion. Basic illusion is, the fundamental illusion is we are this body. And from that, all the other illusions come up. He is my wife, she is my wife, he is my father, my mother, my son, my daughter. Nobody comes with you finally. So that means it's all illusion. Correct? Everything is illusion. That doesn't mean that we should not love each other. But I'm saying we should not be under a consciousness that they all belong to me. If they all belong to me, then they have to come with me when I leave the body. Can they come? No. Then how are they belonging to you? This is illusion. This is absolute illusion. Okay. This shoka, moha, bhaya. We are every time we are in fear. Okay. Before we get into the car. Oh, today I won't have accident, right? Today I won't have accident. Okay, I'll go to office. Oh, my job will be there or not? Okay. Now, the biggest fear, according to the survey, biggest fear of Americans, you know what is the biggest fear? When they go to office, they're very fearful if their job is there or not. When they come home, they're very fearful that if their wife is there or not. That is the biggest. According to the survey, it's true. Yeah, Americans, it is like that. You know, they come, wife is not there. That's why. So this biggest fear, everybody has fear, every stage. Padam padam na. Padam padam yet vipadam na teshu. Okay, every step we have fear. Danger. Danger is always there. So that fear and that illusion and that lamentation all will be gone if you just do what? Just hear about Bhagavatam. You don't have to do anything. Because great sages, they do millions and millions of years tapasya, austerity. Why? Just to see Krishna? No, not even Krishna. Just to see his body? No, not even that. Just to see his toenail? No, not even that. Just to see the illumination coming out of toenail of Lord Krishna, they do millions and millions and millions of tapasya. Right? Pantastu koti shatavatsara sampragamyo vayoratapi muni pungavanam dopyasi yat tapada sichinna tatve govindam idi pantastu koti shatavatsara sampragamyo. They are doing millions and millions and millions of austerities, penances. What? Just to see the shining illumination coming out of the toenail of Krishna. So difficult, right? But here it's so easy. What is saying? Just oral reception. Sit and hear. Isn't it easy? All that you have to do is sit and hear. Rest everything Krishna will do. How that?
Even
Yeah. You tell me. You know that sloka? Okay. So Krishna guarantees that in Bhagavatam itself. Okay. These are many slokas in Bhagavatam. This is just the introduction what we are speaking here. Okay. So once we get to the first canto, first verse, then that's a different story. I'm just giving the effect of hearing Bhagavatam, why we need Bhagavatam, what is the relation between Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, why we have to get into Bhagavatam, and the etiquette and the systematic study, why we need to know about Bhagavatam, right? So Krishna says, actually the author says, Shunvata Shraddhaya Nityam, repeat it. Grinastascha Swachestitam Kalena Nati Dirgena Bhagavan Vichate Ridhi. Then next continues actually. These two are continuous. Right? Pravrishta Karnarandrena Swanam Bhavam Saroruham Dhunoti Samalam Krishna Salilasya Yatasharat. So these are beautiful, beautiful, because we just learned that just by hearing, okay, just by hearing, Shoka Moha Bhayapaha. Okay, Apaha means gone, diminishes. Okay, these three. Okay, so how does it happen? And when does it happen? When does it happen means Shrunvata Shraddhaya Nitya. So that means a person who hear this Srimad Bhagavatam, okay, regularly. Shrunvata Shraddhaya Nitya. Nitya means what?
Every day.
Not that Nitya. I mean, you're Nitya. So every day, every minute, you have to hear about Bhagavatam. If you can't hear about Bhagavatam, as I said earlier, whatever activities you do, you offer it to Krishna. That means you are hearing Bhagavatam. Right? Morning you get up. As soon as you get up, you pray some prayer. Right? What is that prayer? Yes, that is also there. That is also there. There is another prayer also. Jayati Janani.
Oh, Jayati Janani Jayati Janani.
Loudly. Dhorbi Nasan. So you pray, right? So that means my day today, there's a meaning to it, but my day today is offered to you, Krishna. So you're offering the whole day. Whatever activities I am doing today, whatever thoughts I'm having today, whatever words I am speaking today, all those things should be in conjunction with scripture. So I'm offering myself today. Okay. So if you get into the car, then you go to bath, right? You go to bath. You take bath such that I'm purifying this body which is given by you. I'm purifying this so that I keep my body fit so I can do devotional service nicely. So that is why I take bath. Right? Not that go to bathroom. This is where everybody goes wrong. I'm talking about myself. Okay. As soon as you get into the bathroom, okay. The first thing is you stand in the mirror for 10 minutes. So the sense gratification starts early morning in the bathroom. Correct? You are not supposed to do that. You go immediately, take bath and come out. Okay, maybe 10-15 minutes maximum, not spending more than that. That means your sense gratification starts in the bathroom early morning. Okay, that is not the way to go. So you have to offer that. Then you come, do Aarti, you offer to Krishna, then have prasada. So every activity will become Krishna consciousness. Okay, so that means you're still hearing about Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam means what? Serving. Serving Krishna, because Bhagavatam is Krishna himself. So you are serving, you are rendering yourself completely to him. That means you are still. So when he says oral reception, right? Shunvata Shraddhaya Nitya, you have to hear attentively. There is adjective here. Not just hearing. Just hearing will go here from there. No, it is attentively hearing. If you hear attentively, Sunata Shraddhaya Nitya Granastasya Swastesita. That means taking this matter very seriously. Kalena Nati Dirgena. Okay, not too far. Dirga is very far. That means you are doing service today and then you get benefit after like 10 years or 20 years. Dirga. Okay. He says na ati dirgena. That means it is not too far. If you do service here attentively right now, if you hear Srimad Bhagavatam, you will get benefit. Right now. Kalena nati dirgena. Why? Because Bhagavan Rishate Vriddhi. Bhagavan comes, when you hear Bhagavatam, Krishna comes and he resides in you. Okay? He says, resides in you. And what does he do? Pravishta Karna Randrena. How does he reside? He goes through the ears. He goes through these ears. Karna. Karna means ear. Pravishta Karna Randrena. Swanan Bhavam Saroruham. He goes and he resides on the lotus. Heart is referred to as lotus. Okay? Based on your whatever emotions or whatever sentiments you have, based on that, he will decide that bhavam, whatever bhavam you have, and he takes a mop. He takes a mop and dunoti. Dunoti means cleaning.
Margina, right?
Yeah, dunoti. Dunoti, what does he clean?
All the illusion and the past.
Samalam. Dunoti malam. Malam means
All the
dirt. All the dirt. What are the dirt we have? Ego. Good. What is? Envy. Very nice. Anger. Do you have anger? You don't look like. Okay. Then Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Padamatsarya. All six misgivings we have. So that Krishna cleans, not you. See how fortunate we are. We are not doing anything. We are just hearing Srimad Bhagavatam attentively. That's all. Krishna comes through ears, goes into the heart, takes them up, cleans. Dunoti Samalam Krishna. How does he clean? Huh? How does he clean? He gives an example. Salilasya Yata Sharat. Like a muddy water, a pool of muddy water is there. When pure water comes and falls on that, slowly, all the muddy water will go away and become clean water. So we have a pool of muddy water like Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsarya. So all these things are cleansed by hearing attentively. See how much benefit? Huh? Or do you want to do Pantastu Koti Shatavattara Sampraganyo? Do you want to do that? Or just want to hear?
Just want to hear.
Yes, simple. Just want to hear. Very simple. If you do that, once all our mala is gone, then the devotional love towards Lord Krishna will sprout. And Krishna says that Sadhavo hridayam mahyam sadhunam hridayam tvaham madanyattena jananti naham tebhyo managapi. He says that the pure devotee is always within my heart, core of my heart, and I am always in the heart of the pure devotee. My devotees do not know anything but me, and I do not know anything else but them. See, what is the deal? Very nice, isn't it? If Krishna is within us and we are within Krishna, then our job is done. That is the whole purpose, right? The whole purpose of reading all these scriptures and doing devotional service is to establish the connection between you and Krishna. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead and we are His servants. So we have to establish connection, right? He says here, it is easy. Just by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. These are the benefits. These are some of the benefits I'm talking about. Okay? Are you waiting?
No, I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm waiting for them to keep that song.
So how do we, my question to you all, how do we know that we are advancing spiritually? when we are doing, okay, I heard Srimad Bhagavatam, you also heard Srimad Bhagavatam, he also heard Srimad Bhagavatam, but my interest towards hearing Srimad Bhagavatam and my consciousness is getting purified. Why not your consciousness is not getting purified? We are in the same assembly and the speaker is the same. He speaks the same topic, but one person, he feels that, oh, I'm connected closely to Krishna. Other person, he just comes and pious entertainment. Right? Why? Because we are not showing interest. An example is given that, like if you have a bucket, right? Nitai Sevani Mataji gives this nice example. So if you have a bucket and you keep it under the tap, right? But you don't keep it straight, you keep it reverse. So how much ever the flow, the devotional flow comes, it is not going to fill up the bucket, right? So likewise, our heart, we just hear, that's all. That means knowledge will come here, go. It's not going into our heart. Like keeping the bucket reversed. The water is flowing on that, flows everywhere, not inside the bucket. But some people will hear, but it goes into the ear, they hear attentively, but it goes out. It is like a bucket kept straight under the water, but it has holes. The bucket has holes. Will the water, devotional water, will fill up that bucket? No. How much ever flow it is, it won't fill up the bucket. So that means what? We are like those who hear and then goes out. Hear and goes out. It doesn't go into our heart. And some people will really hear, will really be attentive, but still they don't get that love. Why they don't get love? Because they have accumulated this mala. They have accumulated this mala. So that means the bucket has mud inside it. So how much of nice water is poured, still the water will get muddy. So that means all the misgivings are still there. Those people, they hear, but they are muddy. So that is why they don't feel interest. So we have to take that away. And to take that away, we have to hear Srimad Bhagavatam. Then Krishna will help you. Okay. So that is very important. So let's 8:57. It's already too late. So is it interesting or no?
It is very good, very interesting.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Any questions? We'll stop here. Actually, this is just the introduction. We haven't gotten into Bhagavatam. Okay. So
There are the questions.
huh?
Because you have 20 questions.
So any questions or comments or anything, please share. Please, senior, you can.
You mentioned about nobody going to live together, everybody need to die, and, we are separated. So we don't care each other. There is another thing. Since the devotee, they know that we are not going to live together, but we are going to be separated. So they have more care. But when they are in ignorance, they think that we are eternally here, they become familiar. Familiarity comes over there, and then again with our but when we know that we are not going to be here together for a long time, anytime we can be separated, then there is a real concern.
So that consciousness we can come out that, okay, this is my wife, this is my daughter, my son, my husband. To come out of that consciousness, Acharyas recommend that, first thing is we have to get knowledge. Okay, without knowledge, we don't get that vairagya. Okay, bhakti, vairagya, jnana. You need all these three. Okay, so then you see the super soul residing in the other person. Not that person, actually. The super soul, Krishna, he resides in everyone, right? So you see that. So that is why, for example, to say, when you do deity worship, right? What do you do when you do deity worship? After offering everything to deities, okay, and spiritual master, and you offer to others also. So what do? You are not offering to them actually. You are offering to the super soul residing in them. This practice you have to make. Okay? You have to adopt this practice. Whenever you offer, you have to offer everything. Whatever you do to the deities, that is a deity also, super soul. You have to offer. Then slowly, that goes out. Then we'll control our mind. We are tuning our mind. Otherwise, senses are so strong actually. Very, very strong. One example in Puranas it is there, Upanishads or something else. Very nice example. You repeat after me. Okay. Kuranga matanga patanga bringa.
One word.
Kuranga matanga patanga bringa. Meena hata panchabi reva pancha. Meena hata panchabi reva pancha. Eka pramadisa katam nahante. Ekam pramadisa katam nahanyate. Ya sevate panchabi eva pancha. It's a very, very nice. Kuranga matanga patanga bringa meena hata panchabi reva pancha. Yes. Eka pramadisa katam nahanyate. Sa yasevate panchabi reva pancha. Here it's very well. This is related to the sense organs. Means in the sense how we can fall for our senses. Okay. So kuranga. What is kuranga? Kuranga means what? Monkey. I know monkey. Kuranga. No, kuranga is deer. What is matanga?
Butterfly.
No. Matanga. Huge.
Elephant.
Matanga. Kuranga, matanga, patanga. Patanga is
Yeah, but yes.
patanga. Bringa. B. Not brinda. Bringa. Meena. Fish, right?
What is the bringer?
Bringa. B. Bree. Okay. Kuranga, matanga, patanga, bringa, meena. So five creatures. Okay. So the speciality why they are comparing these 5 creatures to us is that I'll tell you. Kuranga, deer. Okay. So what is speciality of deer?
Deer is
He has a deep urge for what?
for the fragrance, the story that he thinks it's,
No.
it's inside.
Yes.
Ears.
It has a deep urge of ears.
Ears.
Okay. That is deer. Matanga. Urge for genitals. You know why? In the olden days also, you have seen in movies, whatever. Now male elephant is there. To capture that male elephant, they dig a big hole, right? Big hole. And they cover that hole, right? But elephant doesn't come and fall automatically. So they'll put a lady elephant. They put a lady elephant. So lady elephant will keep running and then male, lady elephant go around that, then male. So it has a deep urge for genitals. So that is why it will fall prey. Okay. Kuranga, matanga. Patanga. Patanga is moth. Moth means firefly. Firefly. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Firefly. Firefly has a deep urge for brightness. Yeah. Seeing, light. Seeing. Eyes. So we spoke about ears. We spoke about genitals. Now we are speaking about
Eyes.
eyes. Okay. This is patanga. Deep urge for eyes. That is why when fire is there, it will go and fall and die. It will go and fall and die because it's like brightness, right? So it goes, falls, dies. Kuranga, Matanga, Patanga, Bringa. Bringa means bee. Bee. What is that bee?
And goes to flowers.
Yes, honey. But what is that urge?
Tongue.
Taste, taste.
No. Smell.
Smell.
Oh.
Smell.
Yeah.
Nose.
Goes up to flowers.
Wherever nice fragrance is there, it flows there. While taking the honey, sometimes the flower flows. Right.
No, it's nectar.
Nectar? Yeah, get that nectar. So that is bee. It has deep urge for smell.
Nose.
And Meena, fish. What has a deep urge for fish?
Senses.
Swimming.
No, swimming is by nature. It is not urge. Urge means extra other than your nature.
Sense.
Sense, who said tongue?
Electrofield.
Yes, you're right. Deep urge for tongue. So any food you put in the water, fish and that is why the fisherman will put a hook and it captured. Done. It has a deep urge for tongue, taste, tongue. So we have ears, eyes, genitals, smell, and tongue. Just by having this one urge, these 5 animals, creatures, they fall prey. Here it's saying, Eka pramadisa katam na hanyate, yaseve panchabi eva pancha. That means, what to speak about us who have all these 5 senses in strong. What to speak about all these 5 senses, very strong. So we have diminished completely. That is why we say control our senses. And to control our senses, read Bhagavatam. Study. We should not, do we have to read Bhagavatam? No. We should drink, not listen. We should drink. Pibata Bhagavatam rasam alayam muhuraho. He says, right? Pibata Bhagavata rasamalayam. Piba. Piba means what? Drink. What do you drink? Bhagavata rasam. Alaya. Alaya means what? Alaya means a place. Where the books are stored, it is called?
Pustakalaya.
Grantalaya, Pustakalaya. Okay. Where you get education, it is called?
Vidyalaya.
Vidyalaya. Where you get this rasa, incomplete, is called Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam. Pibata, drink that rasa. Bhagavatam rasamalaya. There's another meaning for alaya also. Alaya means, lie down. Laya. Laya means lie down. So lie down. Okay, lie down means when you are listening Srimad Bhagavatam, your devotional love sprouts so much that you faint and lay down. Then you get up, then you hear, then you faint. That is alaya. Rasam alayam. There's another meaning for alaya. Alaya means what? Destruction. So you have to hear Srimad Bhagavatam up to your destruction. Like Parikshit Maharaj, who is the best example? Parikshit Maharaj, at least he had 7 days notice. That means he had so much confidence within that 7 days he won't die. Correct? Nobody can kill him. Nobody in this world can kill Parikshit Maharaj within that 7 days. Okay. But at the end, till his destruction, he was hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. But for us, we don't have a date of death. Anybody has no date of death? Then what we have to do? Shrunvata Shraddhaya Nitya. Every day. Continuously. Because suppose say for 5 minutes our mind got deviated and we were watching cricket. Suddenly heart attack. You are watching cricket. Dhoni is playing sixer. Next life, you will be a person in the stadium, cleaning the stadium. Because Antakaleja Mame was Paran Muktalevaram. So you thought about Krishna. No, you thought about cricket. You are in cricket stadium. So that is why Shrunvata Shraddhaya Nitya. Okay.
Always remember.
Always. Never forget Krishna. Always remember Krishna. Satatam Vishnu Paranam.
Somebody came like, sorry,
Eh?
Who is that person? Cricket. He came like that. Maybe last.
Yeah.
Would have that like that.
Yeah, recently, I was watching Gavaskar, you know Gavaskar, Sunil Gavaskar. He gave an emotional speech, 2-minute speech. Okay, so I was amazed by that. He says, somebody asked, the reporter asked, what is your final, say? What is your final desire? He says that before I die, I want to get the same glimpse of what the Kapil Dev in '83 he lifted the trophy, and the Dhoni who hit sixer in the final of 2011, whatever, right? 2011. Dhoni also won the World Cup, right? So he wants, before he dies, the last glimpse he wants done. See how crazy. So he's going to be life after life cricketer. He's not going to get elevated. So we have to be very careful, right? That is why Sangha is very, very important. This discussion is very important. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Koi, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Lava Matra, Lava means 1/11th of a second. 1/11th of a second, not 1 second. 1/11th of a second, even if you get association of a pure devotee. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Koi. Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. You get all the siddhis. All the siddhis means what? Not material siddhis, not ashta siddhis. Yama, no, Astanga Yoga, no, not those siddhis. But you get siddhis, blessings from those the empowered souls to get love for Krishna. Okay? So sorry, we went beyond the time.
No, it's
Okay.
Beautiful.
So,
good
yes.
example.
Oh, you mentioned about the sattva guna, God of goodness. Like morning time also, a person gets up and he's in a mode of ignorance. So the time is not the main thing. Main thing is bhajan. So whether early morning in a Brahma Murta, if you don't do bhajan, mode of ignorance is going to attack you.
Yes, very true.
And night is it's a like mode of ignorance time. But night time also, if you do bhajana, then you are going to be in a mode of ignorance. My goodness. So main thing is bhajan.
Yes. But the time also acts favorable.
Yeah, time support.
Time acts favorable.
Time support.
So the day, according to the Prabhuji said very nicely, the day is divided into 24 hours, right? How many hours we have? 24 hours. So 24 hours is divided into 8, 3 times. And the mode of goodness starts from 3 o'clock to what? 11.
No.
You said 11.
What that?
11. It
Mode of
starts from mode of goodness.
1.5 hours before sunrise.
Now, mode of goodness starts from 3 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Okay?
Oh, good. I'm telling about Brahma Murta.
Yes. Okay. So, Brahma Murta is 1.5 hours before sunlight. But the mode of goodness actually starts from 3 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Then, by 9 or 10, we all start. We go to office, blah, we have to do that, blah, blah, blah. So, already mode of passion already started. So, it starts from 11 o'clock to what? 7. From 7 again, from 11 o'clock to 7 is passion. From 7 to again 3 o'clock is ignorance. That is when we do all sleeping business. So the whole day is divided like that. So it is always recommended, whatever spiritual activity you do for the highest benefit, you do in this time between 3 and 11. Please do that. If any ceremonies you are organizing at your home, anything spiritual, you have to be before this.
The morning.
Morning. Don't do in the afternoon or evening. Of course, Mahamantra and reading book you can do anytime. You have to do every time. Yeah, but if you are doing any auspicious rituals or ceremonies, recommended is do in this time, morning, 3 to 11. Okay. So any more comments?
One small thing. When you are explaining the meaning of Bhagavatham, you said the last one,
Tattva.
Can you elaborate what is that?
Bhagavatam, basically there are two things, Rasa and Tattva. I'll give you a simple example. Krishna playing with Gopikas. That is complete Rasa. Right? That is complete Rasa. He is stealing the clothes while they are in the waters. What do we get? What do we get out of it? It is just a story, right? So nice to hear, right? Krishna playing with all, stealing the clothes. So that is rasa. That is to understand the tattva that rasa is established. Okay. So what is the real tattva? Real tattva is, then these gopikas, they will cover there. Krishna says, come out, right? Come out, come out, come out, come out. Dress is with me. If you want, you come out. Take the dress. No. They say, no, I cannot. We are naked. How can we come? Right? So what is the tattva here? Tattva means Krishna gave this body. He knows everything. He knows every part of our body. What is there to hide? So that means surrender. Surrender is the tattva. So the meaning of the rasa is the tattva. You understood? There's the rasa, which is the emotional factor, emotional mood, rasa, all that. There is a meaning coming out of the rasa, is the tattva, the essence of that activity, essence of that pastime, whatever. Krishna, he does so many pastimes, right? Every pastime is like a story. What will I get from hearing story? No. Then tattva, what is the tattva in that story? Take that. That Bhagavatam is. You understood?
Thank you.
Yes.
No, in stealing butter. So stealing butter is rasa, but what is the tattva?
Stealing butter. The same thing, same philosophy. Okay, surrender. He steals because actually, even though those mothers who goes to Yashoda and complains, your son did this, your son did this, oh, he's so nasty, blah, 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 blah. So many complaints, right? But still next day, they keep the butter and wait for Krishna. It's not that they want, these are the exchange, motherly exchange, madhurya rasa. These are motherly exchange, right? Sorry, vatsalya rasa. This is motherly exchange. Still next day, they keep the butter and they even hide because they want Krishna to come, break the pot and take it. Or make that water ladder. So they want him to do that because they enjoy that pastime. Okay? So that means he's stealing the butter, not butter. He's stealing the heart of the people. Okay? That is like, it's called chora. Makan chor. But actually chora. Chora means stealing the hearts of the devotees. That means what? That is a tattva. Tattva means Krishna, we have to perform in such a way activities that we all go to temple, right? We all go to temple to see what? No. We have to go to temple and perform in such a way that Krishna sees you. Not you see Krishna. Similarly, those mothers, they perform activities in such a way that Krishna comes and steals their heart. That is the tattva. Okay. So Krishna, somehow we have to grab Krishna. That's it.
You said we are not the doers. Krishna make us to do whatever we are doing. So what about the evil people? What I mean, like, they can also blame that whatever wrongdoing they are doing, they are not doing by themselves.
Yes, it's a very good point. Anybody wants to answer?
Based on their
Free will.
Hmm?
Free will.
Yeah, free will is one of the factors. Everybody has a free will. It is like a child going to father. Father, I want that lollipop. Father, I want. Father says, no, don't eat that lollipop. It will spoil your teeth. No, I want. No, don't eat that. No, what will the father do? Okay. He'll buy it, right? He'll buy and give lollipop. So lollipop they eat, and then they'll feel the pain. Then they'll come to father. Father, I understand what you said. Now I realize. Similarly, these evil people, their intense desire is to do that evil activity. Okay? So Krishna doesn't interfere in their free will. So they will do the evil activity.
So how that desire is governed by like what factors?
Desire is governed by, again, as I said, these three modes. Because we always, if you see the picture, Srila Prabhupada, one other book's picture, the three modes are acting and the puppeteer at the top. You see that picture?
Yes, yes, yes.
What?
It's in Bhagavad
Yeah,
Gita
the three
also.
modes. Yeah.
Three modes are acting. So we are always acting on these three modes. These three modes govern our desires. Mode of passion, ignorance, and
Goodness.
goodness. So these three modes, there is material modes. They act upon us, and then they make us do these things. So that is why we have to be aware that we have to be in the mode of goodness at least. Ideally speaking, we don't have to be in any of these modes. Okay, we have to be Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhava Arjuna. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, come out of these three modes. Come out of these three modes and go up. Nistraigunya Bhava Arjuna. There is Traigunya. These are Traigunya. Right? Because if you are in the mode of goodness, if you do all good things, ultimately you will have to come back to enjoy good things. That means you have to take another body. Our objective, hearing this Bhagavatam, right? This should be our last birth. This should be our last birth. That means next life we don't take any body, because if you take any body, then again you have to go into the womb of a mother. Then you again have to suffer. Bhagavatam also says that how you suffer in the womb of a mother. Every step by step Bhagavatam explains how you suffer in the womb of a mother. So that means birth is a problem. Once you come out, problem. So every problem is there, only you took birth. Okay. To not take birth, you have to be at least be in the mode of goodness, so that from goodness you can go beyond transcendental mode. Okay. So that is where they recommend do all the scriptural learning. You have to do practices, eat prasadam, offer it to Krishna, and then eat. Do all the activities in such a way that Guru and Krishna is pleased. If they are not pleased, they don't come to you. Then you are not in the mode of goodness. Then you are in the mode of passion and ignorance. Then you do all these evil activities. If you do all these evil activities, it is a circle. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi jadre shayanam. So you will be in the circle. Never come out. Yes, true.
In the lectures, in many lectures, Srila Prabhupada said this thing. Why in a whole world everybody is different? Why not everybody is same? Why somebody is very rich, somebody is very poor, somebody is very good looking, somebody is ugly, somebody is very knowledgeable, somebody is foolish? Why? Why this difference? So he said, the devotee, they have only one desire, how to serve Krishna, how to be Krishna conscious. But those who are not devotee, they have 8,400,000 different types of desire within their heart. And whatever desire is from accordingly they take birth. For example, we hear about Kansa, Ravana, right? In the previous life, what they did, and they suffer the sequence in this material world. So similarly, each and every individual, whatever karma they have done, accordingly they have to suffer that desire. So of course, this mode of goodness, mode of passion, mode of ignorance we are talking, the evil people, they don't have any understanding about this. Only devotees, they know this thing. So
You have to have basic faith. You have to have faith in these two things. Okay. It is again told in scripture that it's yavatsu papaistu malinam hridayam. We have acquired this malinam. Life after life, life after life, life after life. Yavatsu papaistu malinam hridayam. Shastre sadbuddhi nasyat. Na sadbuddhi tato guru. Guru and Shastra. If you don't get faith in these two, all these studies, whatever we are doing, done. Basic thing is you have to have faith in these two things. Guru and Shastra.
Can you please elaborate the mode of ignorance?
Mode of ignorance is basic symptom, you can say laziness. Morning I'll get up. I don't want to do anything. Breakfast should come to me. How will it come?
ignorance is like
What ignorance?
the main symptom of ignorant person is he considers dharma as adharma. Dharma is dharma. Good is bad. Bad, it's like
He doesn't have any knowledge about scripture, about God. He doesn't have any knowledge.
he doesn't believe in God.
He is always lazy, sleepy, and he doesn't do any activities, not much. Okay.
Lower taste.
So he doesn't have any taste for. So that is mode of ignorance. Ignorance means you don't know.
And what about mode of passion?
mode of passion. We actually, ideally speaking, we are all in mode of passion. Because every day morning you get up, I have to do this today. Today I have to go, have to earn this much money, and I have to program this. I'm a .NET programmer. I have to do this program. Okay, it's all passion. Okay, so passion. We are mostly in the mode of passion and ignorance, most of them. Okay, so passion is to acquire something materially. Okay, that is mode of passion. So you go and you work, that is also passion. But that can be converted into Krishna consciousness if you have knowledge. But if you don't have knowledge, all this, that is mode of passion. Getting late.
Mataji can read our Sri Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita sincerely. Whatever answer you have, you get all answers.
Yeah, even to start with, I have a small book, I'll give you. Okay, small book you read. Wonderful.
Mainly
So I think we'll break, getting too late, right? Thank you very much. Sorry if I have spoken anything wrong.
Yes, completed everything.
Mahaprasade Govinde.
Govinde.
Nama Brahmane Vaishnave.
Nama Brahmane Vaishnave.
Svalpa Punyavatam Rajan.
Svalpa Punyavatam Rajan.
Vishwasvanaiva Jayate.
Vishwasvanaiva Jayate.
Sharira Vidyaja.
Sharira Vidyaja.
Jurendriyata Hekal.
Jurendriyata Hekal.
Jivapele Vishesagore.
Jivapele Vishesagore.
Taramati Jivati.
Taramati Jivati.
Lobhama Iskurmati.
Lobhama Iskurmati.
Rakesh